Iran's presidential candidate Mir Hossein Mousavi, whose apparent loss at the polls on the June 12 election has sparked mass demonstration and charges of election fraud by supporters, in a statement published on Qalam News website, has designated Thursday, June 18th as a day of public mourning for demonstrators who have been killed or injured during clashes with security forces this week. He said, "Honorable nation of Iran, as you know, during these past days, as a result of illegal and harsh confrontation with protesters and critics of the presidential election result, a number of compatriots have been harmed and a number have been martyred. While expressing condolence to the families of the martyrs and empathy with the harmed and injured, I call on everyone to demonstrate their solidarity with the families of the dead in any manner possible, including gathering in mosques and other mourning venues, and displaying signs of mourning clearly. I too will participate in these ceremonies." In another statement which was published today, Mousavi condemned what he called barbaric actions and killing of people. He declared, "The agents of fraud and riot do not have the slightest understanding of the reality of people's objections." Emphasizing that people are only asking for the realization of their rights, Mousavi cautioned that the expansion of what he called widespread recent arrest will only add to the ugliness of the face of the nation's opponents and motivate the people to protest all the more. Regarding instances of violence and destruction of public and private property in recent days, Mousavi declared, "These are the masters of fraud and lies who, to complete their scheme, attack banks, offices, and people's property and destroy them. Therefore, I invite the public to be vigilant in the face of this duplicitous scheme and to continue protests while maintaining calm." Iran's President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, in a meeting with his cabinet today, said that the June 12 presidential election, in which 40 million people voted for the principle of the Islamic Republic system. He added, "The recent election was a symbol of the people's trust in their system." He considered the staging of the election to be a great event and said that its occurrence had once again penetrated the Islamic Revolution into the depth of the people's heart. He said that another achievement of the election was the affirmation of the Ninth Government's conduct in managing the country. He mentioned that the indicators of this type of management were compassion, service, sharing of the people's sorrow, purity, and honesty. He added that the 25 million people in the country approved this method and endorsed it in the revolution. He said that the result of the election at the international level was the people's resounding defense of the power and the glory of the revolution on the world stage, and added, "The recent election in Iran presented a serious challenge to all of Western democracy." Iran's Islamic Revolution Guard Corps issued a statement today in which it warned online activists that if they fan the flames of disorder on the streets, they will face legal confrontation by the IRGC, which will have grave results. Addressing the people of Iran, the IRGC said in the statement, "Unfortunately, currents which deviate from the principles and values of the revolution have been behind all the disorder in the country in the past few years. And the disorder in these days, which has resulted in hooligans and vandals assaulting people's lives, possessions, and honor, is the result of a designed, pre-planned scenario on their part." In its statement, the IRGC said that the argument over the election and the number of votes and the winner have only been a pretext for generating insecurity and riot. It adds that with precise examination of the country's cyberspace, the Center for the Investigation of Organized Crime has encountered numerous instances of deviant news websites, which have changed their approach and created numerous websites and weblogs to disturb the public, publicize riots, and create disorder on the streets. And with their lies, fabricated accusations, and organized riots, they continue their legal actions of sabotaging and disrupting order and public security. The IRGC warned those who publicize disorder and threats to the people and spread rumors in cyberspace to take action to eliminate such content. These stories and more at TelevisionWashington.com.